He spent years calling his son a failure, until he accidentally applied for a job at the company his son secretly owned. My father spent my entire life treating me like the weak link of the family because unlike my older brothers, I never fit into the version of success he respected. I wasn't loud, athletic, or interested in taking over the family construction business. Instead, I liked computers, coding, and spending nights teaching myself skills nobody around me understood. And growing up that basically made me a joke in my house, because while my brothers were out drinking with clients and learning how to run crews, I was the weird quiet kid sitting in my room building websites for strangers online. And my dad especially hated that I left college after 1 year because according to him anyone who dropped out automatically failed at life. So for the next decade every family gathering became another opportunity for him to publicly remind everyone how disappointed he was in me. And honestly, the worst part wasn't even the insults, it was how casual they became, like the entire family just accepted I was the son who would never amount to anything. And by the time I turned 32, my father barely even asked what I did for work anymore because he assumed I was still freelancing out of some tiny apartment struggling to survive. But what none of them knew was that after leaving college I quietly started a cybersecurity company with 2 online friends, and over the years we built software that became insanely valuable to banks and healthcare systems. Except I never told my family because every time I tried talking about my work they mocked me before I could finish a sentence, so eventually I stopped trying. And honestly I liked the peace that came with nobody expecting anything from me. But everything changed the night my parents invited everyone over for Sunday dinner because my father had important news. And the second we sat down he proudly announced that the construction company was struggling after losing several contracts and that he might need to downsize staff for the first time in 25 years. And suddenly the whole mood shifted because my father built his entire identity around being the provider. But before anyone could comfort him, he looked directly at me and laughed saying, "Guess this means I might finally need to learn computers from the family disappointment," and everyone chuckled. While I smiled politely like always, except then he pulled out his phone and said something that completely caught me off guard. Apparently one of his friends recommended a tech company hiring remote operations consultants with incredible salaries and benefits, and my father proudly announced he already submitted an application that afternoon despite not understanding all that nerd stuff. And then he laughed while showing everyone the company website on his phone, except the second I saw the logo my stomach nearly gave out because the company he applied to was mine, and not just mine in the casual sense. I was literally the founder and CEO, but since we operated mostly online and privately through investors, my family had never connected the name of the company to me, and honestly I should have probably said something immediately, but after years of humiliation I just sat there silently while